You can dominate your summer fitness goals with these 3 critical hybrid summer fitness tactics. Have you ever tried to stay consistent with your workout program through the busy summer months? Well, through 27 fire seasons, I have, and I can tell you this, that your summer training program has to be smart and adaptable. It needs to factor in the reality that during this period of time, you're probably going to be living life on the go. For just about my entire adult life, I've been operating as a firefighter in Southern California, so I can't pretend to act surprised when the busyness of summer, both on and off duty, completely derail the lofty fitness goals that I had in the summertime. And after having had so many failed attempts at summer fitness training and fitness goals, I've definitely taken notes of the things that haven't worked out well. But summertime means that you have a lot going on. Off duty, you probably have some summertime vacations and activities. And then when you are at work in the summertime, those unplanned emergencies definitely throw a wrench to any plans for summertime training that you may have had. But I have found a summertime strategy that is super helpful for getting in consistent hybrid endurance strength training workout. And today I'm going to be sharing my top 3 summertime hybrid fitness strategies that's going to help you get your summer workout plan and program more dialed in than ever. And it's going to allow you to finally get in a high quality periodized hybrid training plan done in the summertime, not just this year, but every summer. I'm Chris Ruano, Wildland Fire Captain, and when off duty, I'm all about helping first responders dial in their personal fitness and their leadership. And for the last several years, the main way I've been helping folks do that is through a unique year-round application of periodized hybrid training. And today we're talking about that critical summer-specific period of that year-round hybrid training plan. Getting this right is going to allow you to finally be consistent and make gains even in the summertime, even during those crazy months. Here's a question you might be wondering is, why does summer even require a specific approach to hybrid training? Well, if you think that you can copy and paste other workout strategies that you've been successful at during the winter, during the spring, and during the fall, and just paste those into summer and be successful, I'm not saying you're an idiot, but at the very least, you're being unrealistic and pretty naive. Summertime for first responders, and especially for wildland firefighters, is an extremely unique animal, and that's why you need a specific approach for summer hybrid training. You better believe that in the summertime, the operational tempo is going to be at the highest, the temperatures are going to be at their highest, the days and the shifts are at their longest, and if we are fortunate enough to carve out some much needed family time, it's probably going to be in the form of family vacations and some road trips. So with that being our typical summer mode of operations, it doesn't really matter how much we try to adopt all these alpha mantras like stay hard and embrace the suck. It really doesn't change the fact that we don't have the same consistency and the same availability to hit the gym as we do in February. And most hybrid or strength training templates that we do accomplish in other times of the year, they really throw a lot of volume at us, and that can really just crush our bodies when we are more vulnerable and susceptible to those temperatures and to being burned out. This is a really inefficient and an ineffective strategy to try to use for the summertime. And if you try to do it, what's gonna happen most likely is you're gonna be inconsistent and you're just gonna end up abandoning any type of plan or program altogether. So what I've learned, in order to keep making fitness gains in the summertime, our hybrid training has to be smarter and more portable. Now, I've actually applied what I've learned, and every summer for nearly a decade now, I've been following a purpose-built hybrid summer training program, and I call mine AirAttack. And you can engineer this same success and purpose in your workout by applying these 3 summer hybrid fitness strategies. So let's get started, and here's number 1, and it's gonna be leave the barbell alone and don't mess with machines. During summer, don't focus on max strength lifts or trying to attempt huge muscle gains. Instead, focus on other type of attainable gains. Focus your efforts in the summer on just being consistent and maintaining your strength, maintaining your muscle by lightening the load a bit and increasing your reps. And now all you lifting bros and you hybrid strength purists, don't bounce just let me explain something. Make no mistake about it, the training that I absolutely recommend and follow year round for almost a decade now is hybrid strength and endurance training. And the only way to really keep training like that for the long run, year after year, back-to-back months, is to just be smart and leverage your summer training months, which is really just 12 weeks or so, and pursue other kinds of strength gains, not just raw muscle and pure strength. For these few weeks, you're still gonna be doing hybrid training, which is actually quite easy in the summertime because it is the time of the year when it is sunny so often. We're already outdoors, enjoying hiking and running and being very active outdoors. So doing the hybrid, the longer duration hikes and runs, that's pretty easy in the summertime anyway. And what kind of strength gains am I talking about? Well, probably the most important kind of strength gains that you can attain by training like this is gonna fill in the gaps in your overall athleticism. It's gonna make you more resilient and less prone to injuries because when you back off the loads, you finally have the ability to put more strength and range of motion and build up your ligaments, your joints, your connective tissues. Those are the things that typically break down and catch us by surprise, whether it's part of our emergency work or even when we're off duty enjoying summertime with the family. But I'm gonna go deeper on that in strategy number 2. But back to strategy number 1, and that is to avoid banking on getting to a global gym on a regular basis to hit those heavy lifting sessions all throughout the summer. Instead, what you can do is build your summer fitness programs around utilizing more portable pieces of fitness gear. And my top 3 choices for this are gonna be using rubber resistance bands, using sandbags, and a kettlebell. And yes, even just as simple as one kettlebell can give you phenomenal strength and conditioning results. By utilizing these 3 pieces of equipment in the summertime, you can consistently accomplish high quality periodized hybrid training workouts as you taper off of the barbell workouts, and you can still accomplish circuits and strength work by using kettlebells, bands, and sandbags. What you're gonna find out, just like I did, is that you can find so many other creative and effective ways, which usually consists of pressing days, squatting days, and pulling days. That's one of the things I love about this season of a year-round periodized hybrid training program, these simple and minimalist items. And speaking of minimalist, that brings us to fitness strategy number 2. And I'm gonna be talking about using a piece of fitness equipment that is even more portable than the ones that I've already mentioned. Because I am talking about your own body weight and body weight exercises. And yes, that includes running. Most guys that want to train hybrid, they typically don't put much emphasis on training lighter or utilizing body weight movements, but this is still a rock solid way to enhance your overall strength and endurance. I promise that you can still perform and execute challenging strength building workouts by training this way, by focusing on body weight overhead pressing such as handstand push-ups. On your squatting days, you can really challenge yourself by improving at your one-legged squats, also called pistol squats, either with your body weight or with the single kettlebell. And then on your pulling days, you can really challenge yourself by some body weight pulling movements such as muscle ups, things that you may not be spending a lot of time on in the rest of your year because of all your strength training, but now you have some time to focus on moving better and doing those better. And some people still think of these movements as more gymnastics or CrossFit type of training, but I really do like to spend time on these movements in the summertime because I feel like I can really move better as a human, even in my older age. Being able to accomplish some of these difficult bodyweight exercises for our raw strength training, I feel better while I'm doing that. And as far as feeling better and working better, that brings us to summer tactic number 3, breathing work and breathing pacing. Focusing on breath work definitely does a ton for us in the form of recovery, but it's a fun way to structure your workouts and even pace your workouts. And I did a big deep dive on this on an episode on breathing work. And I've even on that episode have a step-by-step method for you to create your own breathing ladder workouts. Our emergency work and the situations we can find ourselves in can definitely cause our breathing to spiral out of control. And this is a tactic that I really like to use in the summertime. Because the loads are a little bit lighter, I can focus more on my breathing rate and my breathing tempo. I could even structure the workouts so that they coincide with how many recovery breaths I'm taking. This is something we can do when it's lighter, as I said, as opposed to those times of year when you're just really heavy on the bar and you're just kind of focusing on not getting crushed under all the weight. Maybe at this point, after hitting these 3 strategies real quick, you can see why I've chose to call the summer training program that I do AirAttack, because the loads are light, we're fast, we're agile, we are being more portable and using minimal equipment, and we're focusing on our air movement by managing our breathing and focusing on breathing work during our workouts. And now you're probably wondering, what would a typical AirAttack session look like? Now you might be wondering at this point what a typical AirAttack workout session would look like, and I'm gonna show you. So first of all, the workouts, if you're consistent in the summertime, to me that means you're hitting 3 of your planned workout programs and sessions a week, and each one of those workout sessions is about 30 to 45 minutes to up to an hour. And the gear, like we've been talking about, is gonna be using sandbags, kettlebells, and rubber bands. Plenty of those workouts have a ton of conditioning, so you'll be dialed in on the hybrid side as well. And the workout format that you can expect with this is gonna be highly efficient functional circuits, intentional cardio, and the same workout structure that you'd be used to on a periodized hybrid training plan, including deload weeks. This type of training is travel ready, it's fire season ready, it's designed to be done at fire training facilities, law enforcement training bases, and even just outdoors, parks, and anything you can get into while you're traveling. An example day or workout session would go something like this: a 10-minute preparation period by doing high quality functional accessory work, a lot of supersetting on this preparation portion of the workout, and a lot of core work as well. And then typically you can expect about a 20-minute portion of the workout that's focusing on strength. And that strength work, once again, is periodized hybrid in fashion. It's gonna be either focused on pushing, focused on pulling, or focused on squatting. And then after the strength portion of the workout, it's usually time to hit some kind of a circuit, and there's varying durations depending on the conditioning you're focusing on for that day, but it's circuits that are very functional using that kettlebell and using that sandbag. And then your session will usually end with some kind of focused breath work, or that breath work will be incorporated on either your circuit training for the pacing or even during the strength portion. And if you apply these principles to your summer training, you will be successful and be consistent. But as I think you can see, it does require a bit of a mindset shift. Realize that summertime isn't the time to focus on gaining raw strength and getting in the gym on a regular basis for those heavy barbell lifts. It's not just all about training for aesthetics and the numbers. We are training to be as strong as possible for as long as possible for the long term. And even though heavy training sessions to build raw strength and muscle are definitely part of our year-round periodized hybrid training strategy, it's just not for right now. And when you've figured out how to stay consistent when everyone else is falling off in summer, you're gonna be way ahead, if not ahead of everyone else. You're definitely gonna be much farther ahead of where you would be if you didn't have this kind of structure that you were applying to your plan or your program. Because when you're training with purpose and structure, even in the summertime, you're definitely gonna show up as a leader. This specific kind of strategy for your summer phase of training was developed so that you can still stay consistent in the summer, even through fire season, year after year, without burning out or breaking down. Now, if you're ready to lock in for summer, just apply the 3 strategies that I've showed you here today. Or if you wanna jump in on the same exact turnkey summer fitness training program that I've developed for years, you can click the link in the description and join me on our Prep and Defend periodized hybrid training. There's a free AirAttack workout for you in the description. Enjoy. And no matter what type of training you're gonna do this summer, train with purpose and lead with strength.